January 28th, 2002, and I want to welcome you to Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And on this channel, you can get your questions answered and perhaps your problems solved. I want to welcome new subscribers. If you like the content that you hear today, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up, as that helps take this information and get it out to a wider viewing audience so more people can get this information and knowledge to them. It is a really powerful time. I have with me a being by the name of Archangel Raphael, who is noted as one of the more profound healers in esoteric philosophy and religions, that he is a well-known healer. The concept he wanted to discuss was the idea of healed healers, the idea of healed healers. And we're going to get into that shortly. Good morning. Who have we got coming in here? Hi, Jenny. Hello, Daniela. Wonderful. Yeah, those ascension energies are just starting to ramp up again. We're going to be experiencing a lot more in the coming weeks, so be prepared. Remember, meditation is so important. You do not have to live in a monastery to know or understand what meditation is. You don't have to be a professional meditator. You don't have to have some special knowledge. You just have to have two things in mind. First thing you have to have in mind is that you can get the body to breathe. That you can actually sit your body down and direct it to breathe in a very meticulous, deliberate fashion. You can actually teach the body to be in a state that resembles sleep. And it's this very simple skill, just to breathe and relax, and teach your body to relax, because you have to teach it to relax, especially if you've got a mind that's really busy. You want to teach your body to relax. And then do the same thing with your mind. Use your breath to teach your mind to be still and quiet. So important. Meditation is a doorway to who you really are. It's a doorway away from the craziness of the world. It's a doorway to inviting new knowledge and information into your life. And I encourage you to learn that practice. Learn at least to sit your body down and make it breathe. You don't need special knowledge to learn how to meditate. It's just teaching your mind and body to be still and quiet. That's fundamentally what meditation is, just teaching your mind and body to be quiet. The other pursuits of meditation, which are different levels of consciousness, again, they can be pursued once you've got the body and mind trained to be still and quiet. Then you can start pursuing information beyond what your five physical senses provide you for. One of the things that Raphael was saying to me this morning, saying, all healing can start from one simple place. And I really liked what he said. He said, all healing can start from the simple act of smiling. He said, from the very simplistic act of smiling, you can actually begin to initiate a healing process in your body. No matter what state or condition you're in, if you choose to elect to direct the body to smile, you are utilizing a function of your awareness that has an energy connected to it that is related to a vibration called joy, which is a higher frequency than suffering. Please understand that. This vibration of joy, which is a higher frequency than your body and mind, you can simply begin to initiate that vibration with the act of smiling. And I did that. I started smiling after he said that. And actually I could feel my energy go up. I could feel the actual energy of my body shift in that smile. He said, it's not about holding on to that smile all the time. He said, once you become familiar with the energy that your smile brings into your body, once you become familiar with the energy that your smile brings into your body, because you are the soul directing energy into the body. When you tell your body to do something, you are directing an energy into it. And when you get the body to smile, you are directing an energy into it. As you become familiar with the energy and you can feel that energy, the smile won't be as necessary, because now you'll have a direct connection to that vibrational frequency. That is the beginning, in the most simple way, to begin a process of self-healing. A healed healer is one that has restored themselves from suffering to enough of a degree that they themselves can show others how to shift their energy and move themselves towards healing. You can always empower others to become more fulfilled and happy in themselves to the degree you have. So even in the act of smiling, and you feel the energy that you bring into your body by smiling, and you feel how the cells in your body respond to that smiling, and you are aware that I am bringing this energy into the body to make it smile. That energy that you feel in the body is what you are bringing into it. Because when you get the body to smile in that particular way, you're opening up a gateway of energy that allows that flow into the body. Much the same way as if you frown, you bring in a different energy into the body. Or if you're upset, you bring a different energy into the body. And once you bring an energy into the body, it causes the body to behave in very precise ways, either to a state of being more vibrant and healthy, or to a state of being less vibrant and healthy. Every energy that you pursue as awareness, every energy that you engage in your body begins a process of increasing or diminishing the well-being of your body. The process starts very simply. If you can feel the energy that you bring into your body, remember there is a distinction between you as the soul that came here to experience the reality of a physical form. There's a difference between you and the physical form. There's a difference between you and the thoughts that exist in your physical mind. Although the thoughts in your physical mind are invisible, they have a direct effect of being able to transmit energy into the conditions of matter. In this position of awareness, becoming aware that you are able to direct specific qualities of energy into the body, then you begin a process of self-healing. The very nature of feeling the shift in your energy from the simple act of smiling begins to cultivate different thoughts, different experience, begin to become a functional part of not only your internal biological functioning, but it also begins to have an effect on your environment around you and begins to stimulate events and circumstances and people that begin to match the vibrational energy that you are now bringing into your body. And as I had said earlier, the act of smiling is only necessary until you become aware that you are the energy, that you are the joy that you brought into the form. Then the very nature of simply being aware of that vibration of joy can alter and change your physiology as equally as a smile can in reality. It never hurts, however, to deliberately utilize the body in the act of cultivating energy expressions into it in the form of love, joy, wholeness, happiness, peace, patience, playfulness. All of these are vibrational energies that you, as a soul, as an awareness, have deliberate and intentional access to and can bring them into the body. What many of you struggle with is that this world has put many things into your body through your 5 physical senses, because there are 2 elements of how the body is being affected. One is from the 5 physical senses, and what is taken into the body from the world. Many of you struggle because what has been taken into the body from the world has not been very constructive and has not been loaning itself to the vibrational state of love, joy, wholeness, healing, and happiness. However, in this process of awareness, becoming aware that you can bring energy into the body, a process of transmutation begins. A process of transmutation begins between you and the energy that is in the body. The very act, if you can pause for but a moment and choose to sit with your body and feel what changes in your body when you incline it, you direct it to smile, become aware. Become aware of the energy that you embody. Now you are beginning to embody into the form, instead of the environment embodying into the form what it has. So many of you find yourself in anger and fear and depression and sadness. That is not who you are, but it is what has been embodied into your form, either through the 5 physical senses or through your own intentions, your own ideas, which can be changed instantaneously if you understand what I'm saying here. A healed healer is one that recognizes their capacity to alter, change, and utilize energy to induce specific changes in the conditions of matter, time, and space that are pleasing and life-giving and life-enhancing to the experience of that individual consciousness, who may then, if they choose to, share that knowledge and wisdom with others to empower them into the conditions of being whole and complete in their own creative process, free from the five physical senses denoting what they should think, feel, or believe, able to generate thoughts and patterns of energy that support and sustain their life in a more wholesome way. Your depression, your anger, your sadness, your fear, they are not you. They are informational energy embodied into the system, mostly by the five physical senses. When you awaken to the realization that you are not your five physical senses, that you perceive through them, then you have the option then of stepping back from what you perceive and saying, wait a minute, that depression is not who I am. Who am I then? And then do the action of smiling. And watch, the energy of your depression, the energy of your sadness will shift. If you are aware that you are deliberately smiling, you are causing an energy, you're bringing an energy into the body that forms on the body as a smile. You are embodying an energy. And that embodiment begins to change and alter the energy that exists within the form. The healed healer recognizes this truth and begins the pursuit of aligning themselves to qualities of energy, and then begins to embody those qualities of energy into their form, into their mind. In the body itself, it is felt as emotion or feeling. In the mind, it is altered as thoughts and images. And so the healed healer then begins to examine and weigh the thoughts and images stored within the mind, and begins to release those images and begins to bring into the form new images that are more suitable to the state of energy that that individual wishes to express in. The levels on which you can share and teach this information is threefold. You have a physical form where you may teach others how they may interact with their form, how they may interact with the condition of their matter to make it more vibrant and vital and healthy, to teach them to put proper food in the body. A healed healer knows from their own experience what enhances and improves the quality of their biology, what energies they bring into the body. They cease to be so influenced by the creations of the world. They cease to be so influenced by these things of the world that they begin to formulate a reality of consciousness that they bring to the world, which is what you originally came here to do. In fact, every one of you came here in response to a call for love. There are those in this dimension that have lost their way. They are stuck in matter, believing that body and mind is all that they are, unable to discern themselves from that reality. And they are what I call the unhealed, those that are unable to discern between their thoughts and their body and their awareness. They are what I and many other great teachers call the unhealed. Please understand, the healed healer recognizes that and sees that the individual is not the problem that they think they are, but recognizes and is able to get that individual to recognize their awareness as something that's independent of their thought, independent of their emotions, independent of biology, able to assert an influence over them. Once an individual that is unhealed becomes aware that they are not the thoughts that make them feel a certain way, that they are not the conditions of body, then the process of deliberately articulating energy into the body that would affect changes to move the body from a state of disease to move the body to a state of health by the utilization of qualities of emotion that induce changes in the conditions of matter. A state of joy induces a very specific energy into your body. A state of sadness induces another state of energy in the body. And when the individual is awakened to the realization that they can choose the state of energy that they will bring into their body, they begin to move to becoming a healed healer themselves. The definition of a healed healer, if you would like me to offer you that, the definition of a healed healer is one that recognizes they now have the ability to alter and change thought, emotion, and biology by the types and qualities of energy they engage in the form of thoughts, and emotions. These two combined induce and produce all changes that you see in the human condition biologically. Thought and emotion. Wow. And so let it be known then that those of you that hear this and understand and have done this and are doing this, if you choose the very act of deliberately smiling and feeling the energy that you embody with the simple act of a smile, then there is many states of being that you can induce into your body. The state of peace, the energy of contentment, the energy of excitement. You become aware from the perspective of your awareness that you can deliberately and intentionally affect both mind and matter from the perspective of awareness. The act of meditation is simply the act of becoming aware that you are aware, that your thoughts, your body, and your emotions, and this world are something that you are aware of and can interact with, but you are not them and they are not you. You simply use these vehicles to experience your experience as awareness. And in this position of awareness, you can induce changes into all these facets of energy, much the same way as I can work through this physical body, and I can direct the hands, I can direct the vocal systems in this body to speak and articulate very precise information to you, to transmit vibrations through this form, to induce changes in the conditions of the world in which this body experiences it. And whether it is this body or another body, the same principle applies. Once you, as awareness, understand, then you are no different. You are not any less than any of the greatest masters that you have sought to emulate or adulate. You are as they are from the perspective of being what you are and knowing that you are the being that you are not simply a collection of thoughts, that you're not simply a collection of emotions, that you're not simply a collection of memories, that you're not simply a physical body, that you are awareness moving through these modalities creatively and consciously, or at least you have the opportunity to do so creatively and consciously. Those who get the great joy out of life are creatively and consciously doing so through mind, through emotion, through matter. And the simple starting point for many of you can be as easy as recognizing and realizing that the simple act of a smile and the energy that that smile brings in your body gives you the awareness that you can affect the energy of your mind and body by bringing a new energy into it of your choosing, to surrender what the world has impressed upon you to be the only truth, and to formulate energies, thoughts, and images that sustain a life energy and bring a new energy into your body. You are a healed healer the moment you are aware that you can alter and change thought, emotion, and energy. Those who do not have the understanding to distinguish themselves from their thoughts, their emotions, and their body are what I classify as unhealed. And the unhealed have been the ones that have called you that are healed, that have called you forth and saying, I call for love, I am in suffering. And the only call from suffering is a call for love. All suffering calls love. And many of you that hear these words understand that you came in response to a call for love. And those that are lost in their suffering, they cause suffering. They experience suffering, not because they are enjoying suffering, but because they do not know anything else. They have forgotten. They have fallen asleep in their mind. They have fallen asleep in their body. They have fallen asleep in the world. And you are here in response to their call. Those that suffer have called you forth to remind them that they are love in truth. Wow. Thank you, Raphael. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you. Wow, great. Good morning, everybody. So this has been a really interesting time for me today. Just that simple act of smiling. I love it. That happened when I was cleaning up in the kitchen and just getting ready for this morning. And he just came in and said that. Said that's where the starting point is for most people. It can be as simple as that. In fact, he's saying right now that is the simplest way. That is the simplest starting point for anybody. But that the key is really an understanding that you have to be aware of the fact that you can make the body smile. You can make the body breathe. You can make the body relax. And in doing so, you need to become aware of the energies that you bring into the body by what you do with it. And it's easy for you to feel that, is it not? Can you guys feel that? Share with me your thoughts on that process in the comment section. Please share your comments on how your experience is with that idea of allowing yourself to smile and to feel the energy that you bring into the body. Remember, you direct the body to smile. And in directing the body to smile, you're bringing an energy to cause that effect, right? So leave your experiences with that in the comment section. If you see anybody else has got a question, please answer the question if best you can. If you have a question, leave a question. If you see a question, answer a question. We want to create a community that's completely supportive and self-regenerative. So we want to build a whole holistic community where we are fulfilling and responding to each other's energies and lifting each other up repeatedly as best we can. That's what ascension is. We help each other ascend, rise up from being subjective to body, rise up from being subjected to thought, and become the deliberate creator that we really are in consciousness. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that super chat, Drusilla. I really, really appreciate that. For those of you that want to support the channel, please, you can use the super chat feature in the comment section. You can actually click on that little symbol there, and you can offer a donation to this channel that way. Also, you can become a member of my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. Looking forward to the Patreon meeting next on the 7th of February. Good morning, Daniela. Hi, Jana. Hello. Hello from South Africa. Hi. Yeah, also take some moments to let me know what country you're in, where you are. Let us know where you're from. Hello, Diorama. Hello, Carolyn. Carolyn's asking, how does a healed healer recognize what steps they need to take? Are thought, emotion, and biology the three ways we can change ourselves? I think that's what was just said. He says, understanding thoughts, emotion, and biology, when you change them, you are now affecting them. You are no longer subjective. The very act of smiling is an act of your awareness interacting with matter. You are non-physical. As awareness, you are non-physical. Although the physical responds to your awareness, just as the thoughts in your mind can respond to your attentions, you are non-physical in nature. You are energy. You are consciousness. You are soul, a divine entity that is experiencing matter, time, and space creatively to learn to realize your creative influence over matter, time, and space. And what better way to do that than to realize your own ability to create joy? So yes, the body, the mind, and the emotions loan themselves to being amenable to your interaction with them, the energy you bring into them. The energy that you bring into them. You are a soul. Wow, great question. Thank you, Carolyn. Question from Sunny. I had a nightmare where I was being told I'm a profile for suicide. What was the message behind that dream? Wow, I'm getting very strongly that it's funny. When you awaken as a soul, again, I'll just say what he's saying. You have to understand that when you learn to realize that you are not the personality that the world has made you to believe you are, you commit what we call the little death. And that is where you realize that these thoughts, these emotions in this body no longer govern your awareness, that you now govern them. In that sense, you leave subjectivity to thoughts. You leave your subjectivity to your emotions. You leave your subjectivity to your body, and you move into the position where you, as awareness, begin to reorganize, retrain thought, emotion, and body to function as you would desire them to be. Because much of what you seek to find liberation from your suffering cannot be found in this world, because this world is still predominantly based in the belief that suffering is necessary in order for you to be fulfilled in life. Suffering is only necessary until you no longer need it. It's only necessary till then. But you are, in fact, creating, or what you might call committing, a form of little death when you leave your subjectivity to thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that would make you feel less than what you truly are. You are leaving that realm. The process of people leaving their body through a violent means or measure, what you call suicide, is unnecessary if they understood who they are. It is completely unnecessary if you realize that your thoughts are not who you are. Your emotions are not who you are. Your body is an instrument. These are all instruments that you, as an awareness, can utilize. And if those that do not have knowledge will find sometimes no other avenue than to escape this way. Those that become aware that they can influence, alter, and change thought and emotion, to them the awakening happens. That your thoughts are not you, your emotions are not you, that body is not you. They are instruments that you as a soul, as an awareness, utilize in the process of creation. The simple act of smiling and becoming very aware of the energy that you, by the choice of that action, are bringing into the body. You bring energy into the body to cause the smile. You bring an energy into the body to cause the smile. When you feel that energy you cause and it makes your body feel good, you have brought an energy that shows that you can change the conditions of body energy. It shows you can change the condition of feeling energy. It shows you can change the condition of thought. Because in that moment of joy, there is no thought of sadness. There is no thought of fear. You cannot have two opposites in the same place. You cannot have joy and sadness at the same time. You can choose one or the other. And this is where the beauty is. You have choice. So execute your choice very carefully. But you are awakening. You are experiencing the little death, where you are now awakening to who you are as that which can alter and orchestrate a process of creation through the physical mechanism that you are currently using in this experience of what you call time and space and matter. Wow. Thank you, Sunny. Great question. Yes, sorry. Bogmila asked the question, is there a message from Archangel Raphael about, yes. He's saying it's very important. There are things behind you that must be left behind. There's like something in the middle of your back. Can you define? It's an emotion you still hold in your center, in your heart mostly, that you have to release. You have to release your connection to this old suffering. Although you're not conscious of it, it is there. You can feel it as the physical symptoms. Old emotions that you have forgotten usually manifest themselves as symptoms, especially if they're related to the negative experiences such as yours. If you're able to liberate that emotion from the body, you'll find a very quick amelioration will unfold for you. A very quick relief will begin to unfold in the releasing of that old emotion from your body. Wow, thank you so much. Great question. Wonderful. Question from Daniela. How can Ivana assist her son to find and enhance the required love to study and understand curricula that he currently struggles with? It's important that this one understand that the curriculum he is struggling with, he is not struggling because there's anything fundamentally wrong with him. He is struggling because he is seeking to get the mind and body to properly understand and comprehend the information being presented to him. The instructor that he has is presenting information to him in such a fashion that he cannot assimilate it and process it as his body would naturally. He needs to find others that can articulate the information in a way that his mind and body can receive it with greater understanding. But there is no fundamental error in who he is. It is simply the method in which he's being given this information does not quite fit with his ability to receive it properly. although he knows he is supposed to understand it, he is not able to receive it because he is not being received in a language or a way that his system can respond. You can simply tell this dear one, to make a commitment that he can understand this, to the feeling, if I understood this experience, if I understood this knowledge, what is the feeling I would be in? To consider that reality. How would I feel if I understood this? And the very nature of that question will stimulate the energy of how this one would feel if he understood this. There will be a feeling of relief. And in that feeling of relief, his ability to perceive and integrate this knowledge will become more open. Right now, he is attached to his uncertainty and confusion around what he does not understand, and so he is stuck in not understanding. But to align himself to the energy of feeling, I can understand this, and how that would feel if I understood this, the very nature of that feeling of understanding will open him up to understanding. We hope that he will understand this. Wonderful. Thank you for that question. Question from Manoj. Please ask Archangel Raphael if he has advice for me. I have been requesting him a lot for some help in the recent past. Thank you. He's saying release the energy of desperateness. Bring in the energy of fulfillment. Release your energy of desperateness. Align yourself to the vibration of fulfillment. Bring the vibration of fulfillment into that physical body. Wow, great question. Thank you. Question from Drusilla. When I was a kid, I was going through a lot of stress and made a conscious decision to smile and change my depression and anger about 7 years old. Fascinating. That's amazing, Drusilla. Yeah, please leave your comments about what your experience is with that smile technique you gave us. Question from Vertical. What is the distinct rolling sensation on top of my left shoulder blade appearing frequently? I don't know. Yes. There is a hand on your shoulder. They keep coming to you and they're placing their hand on your shoulder. When that sensation occurs, pay heed to what comfort they offer you. Pay heed to what comfort they offer you. Do not get lost exclusively in the physical sensation, but pay heed to the comfort that they offer you, for you have asked for this. Thank you. I'd also like to say on that note, it's so important with your guides and your angels and these other multidimensional beings, the Pleiadians, many others that aren't using physical form, but they're using their awareness, or they're using their astral bodies to interact with you. Try not to get caught up in the physical sensations, but find out what is the energy. You know, in our Mediumship 101 course, we teach people the fundamental principles of beginning to access the sensations and then to find ways to get in touch with the information that the sensation is seeking to communicate to you. Much the same way as when you cause your body to smile, as Raphael was saying, when you cause your body to smile, you're bringing new energy. So these sensations of them touching you or caressing you or holding you or hugging you or even just sending you numbers, it's not the phenomena that is the message. It's what's within the sensation of the phenomena that will have the information that you've been asking for. So remember, they're always responding to us. Every question is always answered, but most of us get so attached to thinking we have to hear it with our ears or see it with our eyes or feel it with our bodies that we get caught on that level. And the information is often more of a vibrational nature than it is of a physical nature. Vibration, like a sound wave, you cannot see a sound wave with your eyes or ears, but it's there. You cannot see a thought wave with your eyes or ears, but it's there. So learning to get into the energy of the sensation and not the physical, I understand. And not just the physical, sorry, they're just trying to tell me to just say simply, to not get caught up in the physical sensation, but be aware of the information, the vibration that the physical sensation is communicating to you, right? Be very mindful of that. It's going to make your your ability to receive and require information from them is so much easier when you stop perceiving their vibrations on the physical level alone, or strictly on the emotional level or the mental level. You can go deeper, and on a soul level, ultimately it all comes down to love. But when you start perceiving from a different level, you start to understand the other information that's there. Question from, let's see, did I miss a question? As you know, I get a lot of questions here. There it is. How exactly does, this is from Adam, how exactly does a disease manifest from impairments in the astral bodies, chakras, imbalances into the physical body? And how exactly do we prevent such energetically? He's saying very simply, when you understand that you are not just making a body move when you smile, you are embodying a quality of energy that affects the quality of the form. What you call emotion, what you call thought, are non-physical agencies that interact with the physical medium of your body. That is what thought and emotion is. When you awareness, your mind cannot alter itself, your emotions cannot alter themselves. Only you, as the awareness, can begin a process of re-articulating and changing the energy of thought and the energy of emotion. From that perspective of awareness, you learn to alter, shift, and change qualities of thought and emotion that then in turn induce alternate changes in your experience of your physical body. Just as you can experience the energy of a smile, well, can you imagine if you could take the energy of your beautiful smile and make it 1,000 times stronger? Well, your body will be affected accordingly, because in order to make that assumption that you can make that energy stronger, you bring more of that energy in. Now you are bringing energy into the body. And so when you have old emotional states stored in the body of suffering and pain and fear, then you must learn to bring a new energy in that transforms and transmutes the old energy. Much the same way as we taught this one, that if you take this substance you call water, and you place it in a vibration that you call cold, like a refrigerator freezer, then the vibration of the cold will interact with the substance and transforms it. The vibration coming into it transforms it. And you can take it now that it has become this little block of ice from this freezer. You can take it out of the freezer and put it on a stove, and the vibration of the heat will change the physical substance of ice into something completely different. Now you are using vibration to change matter. You are using vibration to change matter in the form of cold and heat, while your awareness has the capacity to generate vibrations of joy, to generate vibrations of love, to generate vibrations of peace. And those vibrations come into form and interact with your body the exact same way these vibrations of heat and cold will interact with the water. Is that not simple? Is that not beautiful? Is that not wonderful? And a healed healer knows this, and they utilize that awareness. And they can go to another person. They can impart energy to them. In many of your philosophies, such as Reiki and other things that you use in this dimension, are about taking a vibration and putting it to a substance and changing the substance, and doing so knowingly. You may choose your vibrations consciously and deliberately, and that will affect the vibrations of thought, the vibrations of emotion, and the vibrations of your body. So important to understand that. Thank you for that super chat, Bogmiller. Bogmiller is asking, how can I release the energy that is not good for me? What is the simplest way that she can release the energy? As I was just saying in response to this other dear one, that it is important you understand that you as awareness can bring into the body a vibration to that which is displeasing, that place where the suffering is in your body, even as a physical symptom, still follows the same principles of energy, much as we just described about the water. Think of your condition of dis-ease as a vibration, and that your awareness is able to bring in a vibration of vitality and love and beauty into that, and give that vibration to that place in the body. And that vibration, if sustained and maintained, will change the condition of that energy. Much the same way as this water. If this water, we put it in the freezer to thaw it out, but we take it out before it freezes, it will not freeze. It has to be placed in there and left to allow the vibration to continually impact the substance until the process has altered the substance. So too, any condition in the body can be affected likewise. If you sustain and maintain a vibration of vitality, a vibration of wholeness, a vibration of excitement, and you're bringing that energy into your body, and you're doing that persistently, then the condition in the body, like the water in the freezer, will begin to be affected by it and will come to a point of changing. Then it is just a matter of maintaining that energy until the desired energy has altered the substance to represent the vibration you bring into it. In this case, the vitality of liberation and freedom from suffering. What is the vibration of freedom? And you maintain that vibration, you bring it into mind, you bring it into body, eventually it changes. It is as simple as that. It is literally as simple as this water being put in a freezer or the ice being put on a stove. You maintain the vibration given to that part of your body, that part of your emotions, to extend love to your anger, to say to your anger, I love you, even if I don't understand you, and to repeat giving love to it. Just give love to it. It will be forced to change automatically. The water has no choice when it is placed in the freezer. As long as that vibration is maintained, the water has no choice but to become ice. And the ice has no choice but to become steam when placed on a stove. It has no choice. Matter has no choice when you understand the nature of yourself as an awareness that is able to deliberately instill qualities of vibration in the body that make it change. It changes automatically. And this you learn through experience. You cannot keep putting the water in the fridge for 1 second and pulling it out and hoping it will freeze and then putting it. You must sustain the vibration. And this is where many of you struggle with the process of healing mind and body. You do not understand this. We work with this one and others to teach others this process of how to begin to develop and maintain and sustain vibrational energy that would support your complete wholeness and healing. And when you become the agent of your own healing, you are a healed healer. And you may teach this to others. Wow. Thank you for that question, Buggy Miller. Wow. Yes. Yeah. Yes, John. There's an energy. Gaia is trying to give you an activation from your root chakra. In your next meditation, move your awareness to the, I'll call it the plasmoid center of the earth, which is the light, the soul spark of the earth at the very center. Move your awareness there and allow the energy of that to come up through the coccyx. Allow it to come up, draw it up into there. Let that energy come up in there. She's trying to give you an activation, something with regard to your work, something about animals and trees. I don't know, but she's trying to activate that lower center so you can pull more energy up to fulfill your purpose and your action. Yeah, it's funny because our bodies will receive a guidance from like Gaia. They'll send a sensation to the body, and if you respond to the body as if it's the body's reaction, you can lose the message. It's what was being said earlier about when your guides and angels physically interact with you. It's not about getting lost in, oh, what does touch mean, but feeling what is the energy behind the touch. But yeah, Gaia is trying to give you an activation that will let you do the work you're doing with her more efficiently. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you, John. Got time for 2 more questions. Hi, Ryan from Florida. The SMILE technique works dealing with the virus over the past 2 weeks, and this assists me to remember love is all is love. Thank you. I know, beautiful. Hey, thank you so much. Really great. It's what I was just saying a moment ago too, that sustaining the vibration in the body, continually bringing the new energy in the body is what causes the transformation. You know, and people go to pills and they go to drugs to try and get relief, but those things are only temporary. They're not a sustained vibration. They're temporary. You as a soul can cultivate and build a sustained vibrational energy in the body and maintain a new energy of being, a new expression of self. Some people call it changing your state, but you're actually altering matter. You're actually changing matter. You as an awareness are altering and changing thought, emotion, and matter by bringing in new energies. And even if you're in the most depressed and dark place, hear these words. Even if you're in that place, if you choose to stay in alignment to the energy of your smile, not the physical sensation of the smile, but to the feeling that you bring into the body with that smile. There's a feeling that you bring in to make it smile. There's an energy that you bring in when you make your body smile. If you stay with that energy, the smile will not only get bigger, but you'll begin to feel the whole body start to smile because you're bringing in this energy and you're bringing it in. And then you'll feel the vibration of your depression dissolve and transmute. You are a transformer. You are a transmuter of energy, of emotion. Emotion is the substance that you create within this world. That's what emotion is. It is the substance, the energy you use to create within this world. And when you learn to utilize energy consciously and deliberately, you are a healed healer. You are a deliberate creator. Wow. Thank you so much. Question from ZB. I keep having a vision during meditation of being on a beach at night. The moon is beaming and I'm alone and content. I feel full. Is there a meaning? I don't know who this is, but it's this is a male energy. Again, the word Luna is coming to my mind. The energy of fulfillment, to embody that, to not keep it in the astral realms, to bring this sense of contentment into your living flesh, not simply to leave it on the astral realms, but to bring it into your living flesh. Wow, so appropriate, so perfect, such a great question. Thank you for sharing that dream. I want to say thank you, guys. I really appreciate your time. Just want you to know, tomorrow's meditation is going to be called At One-ment, which if you put all three of those words together, it's atonement. And when I asked what the atonement means, it's literally bringing your mind, your body, your soul, and your awareness into alignment with the source of all things, to bring yourself to a place of at one-ment. But it also applies to different states of consciousness. You can be at one with joy. You can be at one with sorrow. You can be at one with bliss. You can be at one with your body. So learning atonement, how to be at one-ment with different states of consciousness that you as an awareness can align yourself to. So I hope you'll join us for the meditation tomorrow at 10 a.m. And at that time tomorrow, we'll make the announcement of what next week's lineup is. I've got so much excitement and energy around what next week is. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm really excited about it. There's going to be some really phenomenal energy being brought in next week through to all of us. I'm really excited about this. So I hope you'll join me next week. Again, if you want to support this channel, you go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. You can also consider, if you want to learn how to tap into your guides and your angels more deliberately and intentionally, you want to learn to access information beyond what you know to get out of the old self, then go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and register for our upcoming mediumship program, which begins in late February. We have a current course for existing students who have taken one or more of our courses already. We have our 104 program. If you're a student of our program, please, you have the opportunity to sign up for the Mediumship 104 program, which begins in 2 weeks, in about another week's time from now. Wow. And again, much love to all of you. Thank you for your time, your patience. Leave your questions, your comments in the section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We need this information to get out to more people. We need people to become liberated and free from the suffering that the world has been conditioned to impose upon them. Remember, everybody that's suffering is not suffering because they want to. It's because they don't know any better. Suffering is an illusion that you can change. You are the awareness that can do that. So much love to all of you. I will see you tomorrow at the meditation. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. Bye for now.